I'm Courtney and I'm from Wales, which is very close to England in the UK. And currently I'm in the jungle in Thailand. And we've been here for almost 3 weeks now. Yeah, we're loving it.
Yeah. So what's your favorite part about traveling so far?
Food is a big part. I love food. I love Thai food, and I didn't think I would love it so much because we have Thai food in the UK, but it's not like Thai food at all. It's rubbish. But pad Thai is probably one of my favorite meals I've ever had in my life. And I love the people here. I've traveled to a few places before, not for very long, but quite a few places. I've been to Spain, France, Italy, America, um, loads of places that I can't remember, Turkey a lot, and people in Thailand are the nicest people I've ever met. Like everyone just wants to help you and be nice to you, even if they don't speak English, which is pretty insane. The amount of effort they have to go through to just try and help you, and they still do it. So that's pretty cool.
So with the people that you've met, you kind of mentioned, oh yeah, people are so nice here.
Yeah,
Have you noticed there's like a difference in, I mean, there's definitely a difference in culture,
yeah,
but have you noticed a difference in kind of like the consciousness of people
yeah.
or?
I think it might be to do with the religion. I'm not I'm not sure, but I think that Buddhist is quite. It's just quite a freeing and happy religion, and people. Like even if it's not religion, everyone is under the umbrella of Buddhism if they live here in Thailand. And even going to temples, everyone is so conscious of their respect to the gods, to their god, I suppose. Because even like we were at a temple, I think the other day, and they were taking pictures with Buddha, but before they were doing that, they were bowing and then taking pictures, which like Christians never do. Like we don't really even take pictures, but if we were gonna, we wouldn't think, oh, we should show our respect before we do this. And I think that they treat people the same way that they treat their religion, in that they think that they need to respect everyone, and in the fact that they're respecting, they want to help people as well. So
So what do you think consciousness is? Like what does consciousness mean to
consciousness,
you?
I think it's what you're aware of. Consciousness is what you are mentally aware of in yourself and in the world, even if it's not true or if it's not what subconsciously you know. It's just what you're aware that you know. And I think it's kind of like a computer where loads of things could be on the computer or accessed from the computer. Like you can go on the internet and access anything from the computer, but the computer will only know what you let it know, what you've saved to the hard drive, I suppose. And I imagine that's what consciousness is kind of like in the human brain.
So humans are conscious, yeah? But what do you think like plants are conscious?
I think about this quite a lot, but I don't know the answer to that. But I think they are. I think they either are in the way that they have to kind of be aware to know where the sunlight's coming from, where the food's coming from, survival. Otherwise, they wouldn't survive. So they have to be aware in a sense, I suppose. Otherwise, they'd all just die.
So what about animals? Are animals conscious?
Animals, I think, are very conscious. Yeah, I think that they have almost the same consciousness as we do. They have a smaller, well, not smaller, but their brains aren't able to do the same things that ours are. Ours are just more evolved. So they can't think in the way that we can, but they can definitely think. Otherwise, they wouldn't be able to run in packs. They wouldn't be able to do anything really. I think if they could talk, they would be able to have complex conversations with us. I don't know what language they speak, but I think that they would be able to tell us how they feel and what they think about things. Because they try to tell us that anyways. They tell us if they don't like something by, I don't know, biting us or whatever. And if they can do that, then surely they can do loads of other things. So I reckon that they definitely have a consciousness. They're definitely aware of what's going on. Just
So, what role then do you think technology plays
oh, I
in this
think
way?
I think technology makes us kind of less conscious of things. Really, I think
How so?
we think that technology, and I'm one of the people that thinks that technology, it definitely evolves us in the way of what we can do when we can do it. Like even recording this now, a few years ago, you wouldn't be able to do this, and you just have to remember it. And in a few years, you won't remember it. So it's impressive what we can store, impressive what we can find, and the fact that we have Wi-Fi in the jungle is just insane. Like you'd never think that, but it also kind of separates you from the world in a way, because you can find anything so easily. You don't have to work for anything. So I don't think we have quite the same experiences that they would have, or we would have, if we had less technology. It's just going to get worse. We're going to have robots running our factories. We're going to have robots serving us food. We're going to have technology doing everything for us. And we'll just get less and less conscious as human beings, I suppose, because we won't have to do anything for ourselves.
Mhm.
So, yeah.
So then, if there's one thing, like everyone in the world would hear you say this, like what would be one message that you would like the world to hear?
um, I think people need to be kinder to people. I think people need to think beyond themselves in a way that most people don't. They need to think of what they do, even though you should definitely do what you want to do, but you have to think, is what I want to do going to affect anyone? Is it going to better the world in any way? And if it doesn't, then can I do something that will better the world? Why not? I mean, you have such a limited time. Why would you want to leave the world just as you came into it? Just do something, even a little thing, that'll leave the world better than you found it. And I think that's something people should just think about. So yeah.
So if you had infinite amount of money, like funded to you, and you could do whatever you wanted, what would you do?
I would give it all away.
But if it was just funded to you,
Funded to me?
so like you
Okay.
would start and you would do this
Right,
tomorrow.
I
Like
would
if you
take.
could do anything in your world, kind of like I guess how some people, they go to a job.
Yeah.
So like very realistic. Like if you were to be put in a situation tomorrow to start doing a work, to do a job, a task,
Okay.
but you were funded to do it and you were unlimited, what would that task be?
I think it would be to take education to everyone that doesn't have it still today. I would go everywhere, not just like Africa or places that you think of straight away. I would go everywhere where children of both genders are not educated properly, and I would fund their education, and I would find a way for everyone to have the opportunities that we are so privileged to have, and so that they could grow up and have a job that would help them, help their families, help their communities evolve. So eventually, after many, many years, we could all live equally instead of having third world and first world and all this. We'll just have one world where we all have the same things and we can all do the same things. We can all travel and we can all work and we can all have as many children as we want or as many as we don't, and do whatever we want because we have the ability to do that, because you need the education to get a job, to get the money to do the things that you want to do. Unfortunately, that's just the way the world works. So I'd help people that don't have that get that, I suppose.
So what are you looking to kind of learn in traveling?
I'm not sure I set out to learn anything specific. I kind of just wanted to see something different to what we have in the UK, because everyone is in the UK, everyone is so privileged. Even poor people are privileged, but our homeless people are different to the homeless people here. Like, people in the UK can pretend to be homeless just to get money, but here I've seen blind men sitting on the side of the street. I saw a man with no legs walking across the street with his hands. Like, you would never see that in the UK. You just, even if you set out to travel just because you want to see new things, because you have the money, you're like, oh, I'll just travel. It's what everyone does. When you go to places like this, like anywhere, you can go home and everything will be slightly different. You would see things and think, why do we care about this? This means absolutely nothing. We could be doing other things, and other people have to put up with this, and we're complaining about this. So I think that's one of the biggest things you learn, just how privileged you are, and how lucky we are, and how we should use that for something other than just our own benefit.